The money block runs rampant in the spiritual community. If you are a light worker or a spiritual person, I have a download about money that you need to listen to because it's very important. I have to say, even like before I even get into this, there is a reason we have this this thing we have to overcome. And it is because if you think of it being a way to almost eliminate your power is to control your money and your finances. And it's the thing that you have to conquer. I'm going to help you do that because this download that I got was incredible and I've already seen the benefits from it. Okay, so first of all, we know all of the false beliefs around money, right? And we know that I'm just looking at my notes. Like you feel like you're going to be out of control if you have a lot of money and you're going to be bad, and that a lot of money is bad, and that bad people have money and bad people use money, and it's a system that I don't want to be a part of, and I shouldn't be doing these services for money. Money in itself is an energy that is used on earth that has absolutely nothing to do with who has it. The people who have it believe that they should, and the people who don't. And there are many reasons why you might believe that you should not. But when you are ready to take the leap into having it, to clear those blocks, there's going to be a couple of things you need to do. One, you got to get over the idea that money belongs to anyone and that the people who have a lot of it are nefarious. Even if they gain that money through nefarious means, there are tons of people doing terrible things that are broke. So it ain't got nothing to do with the money. Terrible people are everywhere, all right? So just get over that. The second one is this idea of religion and money that we've all been, it's been an implant and a false belief for us to conquer and to distill from the collective and to bring through us and to alchemize, all right? So this idea that, the love of money is the root of all evil. The love of money is the worship of money and considering it's something that you need constantly to exist as a free human being. When in reality, you are so taken care of by source, it has nothing to do with the collection of a certain amount of resources to make you feel comfortable. That in itself is a false belief that the only way that you can get comfort is through having financial means. And while we are in systems that make it absolutely adamant for that to be the case, how you use the money that you get, because it is simply a value system and our exchange of values on earth, and every planetary system in the cosmos has a value exchange. It's not necessarily dollar bills or yen or euro, but there is something that they use to exchange value. Even if that's trade, there is saying, I have a value and you have a value and I want to exchange with you. And if you can start thinking of money as an exchange of value, because you are absolutely valuable, 100%, need nothing, are of all, full light, full source, and that you are full of value based on everything that you know how to do, all the gifts that you came here with. And if you need to know what your mission is, we can talk. But if you have this very attainable thing and you need to share it, and because of the law of cause and effect, it will come back to you. It does not have to come back to you right away. It could build up. But money, because it is a value exchange, the best way to think about it, and I know you've heard this before, is to think about it like water. So we have to talk about the flow of money and why, if you consider it like water, it's going to help you. And it's all about designing systems for this water to flow and build up if you are looking to increase your value exchange. And you have to create a momentum and a system to capture water while it's still moving before you send it back out. And let's talk about that next. Okay, so if we think about money like water, we're going to start thinking about all the different ways water moves and what happens when water is stagnant. When water is stagnant, it gets bacteria in it, it gets gross, nobody wants to drink it, it can literally kill you, it stinks. It's not how water is supposed to move. Money don't like to move like that either. You think you want to go and just pile up millions of dollars in a bank. I'm going to tell you it's the worst way to save money because the interest rates are terrible and you want to move your money, okay? This is why people who have money have assets. That moves your money. It gives your money a place to go and to swirl around and do things and be active. It does not want to stand still. It will evaporate, all right? You got to move your value. Also, you have to think about money as water slash money as you want to capture money. That's what you're trying to do. And when you capture, I keep doing this because I keep seeing whirlpools in my mind. And this is how I got the download of like creating systems where money flows in this building and you build up this incredible momentum of a wave. You send that wave out the building and then that wave builds up and it comes back to you, and you have in this building a way to capture that flow again, move it back around again, and then bring it to you. And what that really has a lot to do with, again, moving your money is learning how to do a couple of things. So if you have money and you're trying to grow your money, you should invest your money, you should exchange your money, you should move your money into systems that you believe in that allow you to gain more from it. So it could be the stocks, it could be Bitcoin, it could be investing in small businesses and gaining equity. It could be any way where you know they're going to take that money and move it around. All right. And then you know that money is going to come back to you eventually. All right. Now, when you are doing this, and again, if you think about that flow of money coming into the building, if you, let's say, have a business, you want to ensure that you have a way to capture that water, that flow. You have a way to expand it in the building, and you have a ton of systems for it to move through. And one of the ways that you do this the most, especially if you don't have any money right now, is that you have to learn to divide this water. Okay? And you want to, they're saying divide the water and get all of the essence from it. So take your money as far as you can take it. Turn a dollar into, what do they say? A dime and a nickel. You know how to make $1 out of 15 cents. All right. This is what you're trying to do. You want to take that money and you want to stretch it. So everything that you consider a value, the food that you eat, the home, everything like that, that you have put actual money into, you spent money on. All right. Do not waste it. Use it up like it was worth more than it was. I'm going to give you an easy example here. Leftovers. Okay, I don't really like them very much. But you bought this expensive food into the house and you let it sit in the fridge in this way, so you didn't respect that value exchange, right? Bring that food in. You could make 3 meals from one meal. First day, it's a roast chicken. Next day, it's tacos. Next day, it's a stock. You stretched this thing out. You've gotten so much value out of this one exchange. And it's learning how to extract value out of everything, even when you don't have money. So how do you extract value when you don't got a dime? You find ways to feel rich with nothing. That could be gardening. That could be how well you cook. Okay, I can go into that pantry and I got flour, I got sugar, I got yeast, there are certain staples that are always around that I exchange my value for. That means I can make anything. If we got to eat beans and rice, it's going to be the most delicious beans and rice we ever ate. I'm going to feel rich eating this, regardless of how much I spent on it. That means that I'm going to seed exchange or capture the seeds from the pods in my garden, and I'm going to spread that value around. It's taking the things in your environment that mean abundance to you and using up that abundance all the way, okay? And why that matters is it's like the money or the water is coming into the building and you're putting it over here and you're putting it over here and you're putting it over here and you're putting it over here, and it's going to attract more if it's not one little puddle. If it's got these different sections, it's going to bring more money in. Now, when it comes to your systems for capturing money, you need a system. You need to know how much money you got. You need to know how much money you want. You need to know how much is going out. You need to know how much is coming in. You need to know where your money is. And this has got nothing to do with credit card debt, car payments. If it's money that you actually need to, if it's debt and it's sitting there in a collection agency, we're not even going to look at that. That ain't got nothing to do with you. They already paid for that. All right? Get out of the system of thinking about that. If it's like a credit report, when you need a credit report to be good, Holy Spirit will help you get that credit report good to move you somewhere. We don't let these things determine our value and weigh over us, okay? And if you stop and think for a second, you could leave the country, there is no credit report, okay? You leave the country, your $450,000 house, you could probably buy for $50,000 to $250,000. That's how you know the rules around this are not real, because they don't apply to everyone. And where your money, put yourself in a situation where you don't have to stretch your capacity to reach it. It comes to you easily. When I was living in New York and I didn't have a damn dime, I was living with roommates. I had my rent down to $500-600 a month when I could, so that I could capture more before I tried to stretch it back out. And then I'm living comfortable on less for now while I work on my bigger dream. All right? You got to think about now in terms of where you need to be today, instead of always thinking about what you don't have, and be grateful for what you do have. Okay? But so you want to think about that water flowing into this building of systems that you created. So that's capturing how much money you've made, and then how much you need. All right? This is where I am. This is what I'm trying to get to. This is what I have to pay for every single month. I know every single dollar that's going out of my account. I am very aware of my account, because where my energy goes, something can flow. If I ignore it and act like it's not real when I don't have it, then my energy cannot flow there. I am very aware. I do not, and I want you to repeat this in your mind or out loud, I do not equate value with dollar bills. I do not equate my value with an account balance. I do not, those are numbers on a screen. They're not real. My value is based on what I have to offer to the world, and what my gifts are, and what I know how to do. Okay? My value is in my cooking skills. My value is in my ability to make a home. My value is in my astrology and gene keys and human design that I offer. My value is in skincare that I offer. My value is in all of these different things. It ain't got nothing to do with that bank account number. That's just a number that has nothing to do with what I actually have to offer. All right? So remove yourself from these ideas that have been implanted in your mind to keep you down. Lift yourself up. All right? Now, you get this money into this thing. You're going to create this system. When you have this money, as you get this money, what you going to do with it? Do not say spend it all. If you are trying to get to another thing, you want to know the money that's going out is aligned with your values. And when it is, it's a value exchange, you increase the threshold. If the money is going out and you're getting money in and you feel broke all the time, and then you blow it at TJ Maxx or Target or Shein or Forever 21, I'm judging you on these things, because those people are in oppression who are making those pieces of clothing. You did not exchange your value well. It disintegrated. You have to purchase the things that you believe in. When you're in that store, you better believe in it if you're going to buy it. Then you increase the value of it instead of depleting the value of it, because you felt like it was an honest exchange. So that you have the things in your life that bring value to you, in the idea that you trust yourself in what you spend and what you buy. Okay? Once you start living like that, you're going to align the universe to say, you know what? She might need more income, because the things that she values, sustainable clothing, let's say, she's going to need money for that. It could be you deciding to thrift instead of buy fast fashion. Clearly that's something that means a lot to me. It could be you, instead of blowing $110 at Target, y'all, come on. That's silly. It's learning how to bring in clean and holistic things on a dime. They cost less when you do the right research. If you need some help with this, let me know. And fulfilling your value requirements with your needs in a way that feels good to you. If you leave spending the money and you feel guilty, you need to examine that. All right? So you've placed in this flow, I got all of these values. Even my toothpaste is valuable, because I have mineral toothpaste. It costs me $12. It lasts me a year. It's all full of healthy stuff. There ain't no fluoride in it. I'm doing good. My needs are met. This is how you start getting that flow going. And then that movement is going to allow for the capacity of more to come in. And also, you got to think about all the value you've already sent back. You need a place to capture it. Now, if you have a business, it's in your systems of earning money. If you work for someone else, you know you have a capacity for money potentially in that building, but that's not your capacity for money, let's say, out of that. When you reach a point and you work in a 9-to-5 that you freaking hate, you do not want to be there. This is why getting a side hustle ain't got nothing to do with paying the rest of your bills. Find something else that you are passionate about. Look for the thing that's going to bring you joy. Do it as a side hustle for a while until you don't have to anymore. If that's the case, take the leap and go where you really belong. In the upcoming years, a lot of these menial jobs that pay shit, that you're fighting about them paying you more. They don't want to hire you based on your color or your gender. They don't want to participate in a true value system. You have to divest, baby. Your energy, your money, your time, your vessel, all of it. And you don't really want to be there. You want to be in other places, but you got to get your mind knowing that you can be exactly where you want to be, especially when you find your mission. But when you divest from these institutions that hire you for too little money and abuse you, what's going to happen is AI is going to start coming in and replacing these jobs. And if you're hemming and hawing right now because you work this job you don't even like and you're going to lose it, maybe Spirit is trying to tell you it's time to start looking for the thing that you really want to do. It's time to start honing your crafts and your skills. It's time to start looking for different strategies to bring in more money based on your value system, based on what you actually value. Where do you want to live? How much does it cost? How much does your car cost? How much does the environment that you want to live in? If you are trying to live in New York, you're going to need about $300,000 a year to live comfortable. $200,000 I think will get you there potentially. But if you want to live in Detroit, you only need maybe $4,000 a month, you know? So like, find these places that work for you where you can exchange your value for more and feel like you're getting exactly what you paid for. And that's a real big part of this system right now. And I think that we feel so forced into a lot of our payments and forced into having to give out when we don't feel like we're getting the value back. It's time for us to really take a stand and seek things that we can exchange from a higher plane and from a more value perspective. This requires you to stop selling yourself short. There's nothing more annoying when I hear someone talk about something, I don't have that many needs. They're not things that I need. This doesn't mean that you have to want to go out and buy Chanel, but why are you selling yourself short? You know you might want a mini cow one day, or a donkey, or a farm, or a really nice house you feel comfortable in. It doesn't have to be $1 billion house for you to doubt. Why are you downgrading yourself when you know you want something, right? It has nothing to do with your consciousness to want to live comfortably. You don't have to think of it like that. You deserve to live comfortably because every single person in the world deserves to live like this, okay? It's not just you. We all deserve to live in a way that feels like it honors our being. You got to step into that and you got to start living like that. I think if you know the laws of abundance based on Bashar, this will help you. So there are 5 different forms of abundance. There isn't just one. So you think of money, it is a form of abundance. It's based on trade. Remember, it's no matter where you are in the universe, there is a system of trade that allows you to have something you don't have and someone else to get something they didn't have. All right? So that is one form. But trade, actual trade, is another form of money. So you should be trading your services if you don't have the money that you want right now. Practice. Trade your services and practice. Trade your services for reviews. Trade your services for testimonials. Trade your services for wisdom based on what someone else thinks. And then allow them to exchange that value with you with something that they have. It should be an exchange. It's not a giving, okay? But giving is receiving. When you give, you don't lose anything. That's an illusion. You gain every single time. Cause and effect. Laws of the universe. So when you are giving, if you're doing so from a place of lack, you will get lack back. If you do so from a place of utmost abundance, you will get abundance back. That's the way it works. It's always like that. All right. Next one is, that's why giving a gift is the next one. So it's money, it's trade, it's giving a gift. Okay. So if you give with all of your heart, and a gift could be helping your friend clean their house. A gift could be picking someone up from the airport. It's being a good person and giving without expecting anything in return, because it doesn't have to come from them for it to fill your value pocket. It can come from the universe. It doesn't have to come from them, okay? Synchronicity is a form of abundance. When you have synchronistic moments, it's the universe bringing you more value. So it is a form of abundance. It's telling you you're on the right track. Very valuable information, probably more valuable than money, because you could have money and be on the wrong track, right? And the next one is your imagination and your inspiration. Now, a major form of abundance, everything is a thought before it lands on earth. So whatever way you are here to earn a living, it's got a lot to do with what's going on in your mind creatively, right? So this is a major form of abundance. It comes through here first before it goes out here. Take all of the information that you get and use it. Your guides are sending you shit constantly, and I'm talking to myself when I say this. Use all of the information that they send you. Extract all the value of it, share it, give it, use it, make it, design it, create it, sing it, play it, grow it. Then you have a way to exchange that value, okay? Really good idea about this, if you think about astrology, is Virgo, who is the maiden of the wheat. And she's standing in a field of wheat, and she is about to go into harvest, okay, and pull all of her abundance. She already knows she made the money. She hasn't exchanged it at the market yet, right? Virgo is all about looking out into the field and knowing where your money is, knowing where your values are out into creation. Where Virgo is in your natal chart will tell you where you bring in more money, okay? And it's based on a value system. So look at where it is in your chart. If it's in your first house, it's all about who you are. The value is in you. People will pay you for that, okay? That's how actors get paid. That's how models get paid. It's based on who they are and how they look and how they emote to the world. If it's in your second house, it's got to do with tangibility. You might have a lot of assets that are valuable, things like that, that you could exchange, for instance. You could sell on eBay if you were running short on cash, if you have that ability. If it's in your third house, it's in your mind. It's in your community. It's in your what you learned as a kid. Fourth house, it's in your home. You might be working from home. You might be designing homes. That's where your value is. If it's in your fifth house, it's totally in your creativity. You should be painting, you should be drawing, you should be singing. It's how you create in the world. Sixth house, all about your daily habits and how you move throughout the day. That's where your value is. Are you organized? Seventh house is in your partnerships. You need to collaborate to get there. Eighth house is how other people value you. Your inheritance, people who give you money, lottery. You might need to seek an investor. Ninth house, it's your connection to source. Okay, spirit will bring you value. It's your connection to wisdom. Maybe you're a teacher or a professor. It's connected to international travel. Maybe you hold retreats. Okay, 10th house, your Midas touch. You will probably be in a field that's all about tangible values and how people feel valuable. You could be everything from an accountant to an appraiser. 11th house is going to be all about your network, your coworkers, your friends, all of these people who aren't super close to you, but they know you. That's where your value is. You're probably someone into social media marketing, an influencer, a person with customers, or you are a boss over a collaborative team that works to make that money for you. If it's in your 12th house, it's in the subconscious. You came in with the value. It's in every single thing that you do, I would say, and you will see it. It's all about the results of your day-to-day. What you're doing on a day-to-day basis will make you valuable. So it kind of still fits. Again, it's always about opposing houses. So where are your values now? How are you moving your money around? Is it sitting stagnant in a bank account and you're just holding on to it because you don't think you're going to get any more money and you're not spending it on your actual needs? That's how you know. When you have more and your cup overfloweth and all of your needs are covered, that's when you know you got there. This is another thing. A lot of us came, I look like I'm holding a mic. A lot of us came knowing we weren't going to make the money until we got there as a sure sign that we were there. So let it serve as an example of where you are currently on your journey, but don't let it be, don't attach yourself to it. You say, oh, okay, so I'm still getting there. I'm still getting there. And when you get that money, it's going to be another level or a layer of evolution, and you're going to know what to do with that money. I have to mention this. As a light worker, it is your responsibility to make money, because if the light workers and the good people are not moving the money, then it's the bad people that you're so scared of having the money anyway, then you give them all of the control. It is your honor and your duty to earn a good living so that you can spread that generosity and grow the things that you believe are necessary for a new earth. That is all that I have for you today. Like, comment, let me know what you think. This is Candace with, of course, Miracles, of course, in Miracles. Sign up for the mastery course. You will be learning your human design, your gene keys, and your astrology. You will know how to get into alignment every day. You will know how to traverse a dark night of the soul, how to set those boundaries, and you're going to learn all about energy. It's an incredibly good course. There are more than 19 pieces to it. There's a lot of videos and a lot of content, and it's really important. You can book a session. Link in the bio. I now offer just astrology or human design or gene keys. If you just want one for an hour and a half, that's available. My regular session is 2.5 hours long. You're going to need the day. You can book those at the link in the bio. And for free, if you need your natal chart or your human design chart, you can also get that at the link in the bio. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you start moving some money around. There is something coming where heart-based business is going to be growing. Get into the business that you're really trying to do. Move yourself from that crap job you know you don't even want to be at. You feel miserable on purpose because you're not supposed to be there, and it's all your signs in the universe telling you it's time to leave. Find what you really want to do, okay? But we are the future. It is the future. The money is coming. The money is coming quick. The money is coming in like a year. And all of these changes that are happening on Earth, whether you think of them are good or bad, it's actually going to bring in more income. Now, that doesn't make people less miserable. You will find very quickly that just because you have money doesn't make you more happy. But there will be more currency moving around soon. There might even be, I keep getting the download of a universal income. So do prepare yourself for earning more and how you're going to move that money. You might not necessarily want to be a part of a universal income because then they have more control over you with this money. It's going to be like an electronic debit card situation from the government is what I keep getting as one of the timelines. So you want to ensure that you are good outside of that. Okay, so start considering where you would invest if you had the money. How would you spend the money if you had the money? What are your value systems? Where do you want to live? What do you want to live like? What's important to you in your life so that you can start magnetizing that experience? It's going to come to you, all right? It's coming. Thank you.